Hello, my name is Edward, and today I welcome you to this presentation discussing the implications and interventions regarding stereotype threat. Now, what exactly is stereotype threat? Consider a situation saliently challenging the stereotype to which you belong to. After apprehension, you feel a risk of confirming a self-relevant concept. With the alarm systems rung, now you might underperform in a task and in turn paradoxically confirm this stereotype. Many instances of this paradigm have been identified, and as such, the study today will investigate a common yet relatively unknown occurrence. This matter being the culturally shared belief of cognitive decline and subsequently memory performance in older age individuals. This comes into importance as there is a research link between this stereotype and false positive errors in clinical assessment. Consequently, the following study aims to design an intervention modifying the contextual nature of screening without diminishing the integrity of memory assessment that could be easily implemented into a clinical setting. To achieve this, the researchers recruited 40 individuals over the age of 60 years. Contrasting this was a group of 45 young adults. Participants were randomly assigned to one of three conditions: individuation intervention, self handicapping intervention, or no intervention. Then began phase one of the experiment. Individuation intervention participants answered an anonymous questionnaire about themselves, this being a procedure to activate individual identity. Self-handicapping intervention received scripted feedback to participant answers on lifestyle questions, which was meant to externalize potential failure through providing excuse on performance. Lastly, the no intervention condition was given without any contextual interventions. Phase two, another experimenter blind to the participant condition took over. Participants then completed an episodic memory and vocabulary test to gauge overall cognitive functioning. Results of this study were analyzed through multiple linear regressions across the fields between young adults versus older adults and differences in interventions. Data suggested individuation intervention boosted performance over no intervention, with a p-value of 0.01. Interestingly, self-handicap did not have any significant associations. The hypothesis was supported through individuation into alleviating the social threat by enhancing individual identity and deconstructing the association to the elderly group norm. This is important as to form the perception of individual ability without comparison of social identity. Contrastingly, the self-handicapping intervention with the idea of reducing the burden on the memory test had surprisingly inconsequential outcomes. Individuation has taken an angle of tackling the relationship between the stereotype and the self, whereas self-handicapped focuses more on the relationship of the performance and the self. However, there are limitations within the study, this being the small sample not gratifying the necessary grounds for application to a clinical setting. Hence, data can be instead used in conjunction with other studies to form a foundation of evidence. This study has provided a new outlook on reducing stereotype threat and increasing biological diagnosis accuracy, simultaneously keeping in mind a feasible and relatively simple model for clinicians to employ. Thank you for listening today.